we have a really fun episode coming up today. This is all about like glowing up.
You know, I need a good one.
We all need a good glow up. And I feel like after quarantine and all this stuff and being home and staring at yourself all day, every day, you start to notice things that you can like improve, you know? And what better time to glow up than now, so that when everything opens back up and you're a free woman, you can go and do your thing.
You know, I did tell myself at the beginning of quarantine a year ago, this is what I was going to do.
Okay, see? You're just a little late, but it's fine.
It's like, I'm going to work out, and by the time quarantine's over, I'm going to have the perfect body.
I said the same thing.
But
we're going to start now. We're going to do it now.
Sure.
So, I'm a psychopath, and I did it categorically.
Love it.
And
you know, I love a good list.
I love a good list. So, the categories that I have are health, wealth, relationships, and self.
Okay.
So, do you want me to
please
just go through it?
Please.
Okay. So, I'm gonna, do my thing for a hot second. So, if you don't like me, fast forward for a bit.
Fast forward to me.
If you're here for Amber, now's your time to fast forward. Okay, so for health, well, step one, if you're going to glow up, you need to sit there and just assess what's going on. What do you need to improve? Because let's be real, we all need to improve on things, right? Duh.
Is that are we talking about goals that we have for ourselves?
Everything. I think now's a good time, especially kind of coming out of quarantine and all this stuff, to just write down, health, wealth, relationships, and self, where are you in each of those categories? Okay. So maybe you're killing it at work, or you have a great relationship, or whatever. Whatever that is, there's always something you can improve on otherwise. Mm-hmm. So just maybe if you're like Amber and I, and you writing shit down, write everything down. Give yourself a rating from 1 to 10. I'm an 8 in this, and I'm a 3 in this.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, and that kind of gives you you look at it and you're okay, I definitely, maybe the next 2 weeks I'm going to focus more on health or whatever. So that's step one.
I like that.
So we're going to go into health, and these are all small and large things that you can do. First one I have is a crowd favorite for maybe just me, but it's therapy. Yay! We love mental health moments. Therapy is super important. I feel like everyone needs it, whether you're going through something or not, especially if you haven't been to therapy yet. I feel like this is your moment to shine.
I have an appointment tomorrow.
See? We love that. And you don't know what's wrong with you until you go to therapy and you start talking it out. And I mean, obviously,
oh my God, so true.
Right? There's different types of therapy, but I feel with most types, you kind of just start talking, and then you get to this point where you're I get it. Got it.
Oh my God, yeah. You hit it right on the head.
Yeah.
I thought so many things were normal until I started talking about it.
Verbalizing it.
And then she was it's not so normal. And I was really?
Really? That explains a lot of what's wrong with me.
Yeah. Now I'm happy and medicated, so.
You're happy and medicated. And you kind of notice patterns, and for example, if you always date guys who are emotionally unavailable, or guys always cheat on me. They're always going to cheat on me, blah, blah, blah. It's probably, if there's a common denominator, if you every person you've dated, the common denominator is you.
Even though guys do suck for the majority.
Listen, we're not
making any excuses.
We're not making any excuses. No, speaking of therapy. But you have to kind of start looking at yourself, and therapy is a great way of doing that. And it brings a third party in to be hey, that's not okay. And
even if it's not you that's the problem, they can give you the tools to recognize the people that are a problem.
Yeah. Exactly.
So don't be afraid that they're just going to be you suck.
Yeah, no. God, no, not at all. It's great. Another thing that I have is journaling and practicing emotional control. Emotional control is really hard. I'm going to be honest. It's super hard. And that was a project that I did over quarantine, when we were locked down. I did this program. I haven't even finished it. It's super, super long, but it's called Personal Development School. And that's how I learned more about the attachment styles. And like I'm anxiously attached, so I'm not like super severely, and especially now with like doing the programs and all this kind of stuff, like you kind of learn tools to soothe yourself, especially during like high anxiety times and things like that. But a big thing that I learned over quarantine and all that stuff was to practice more emotional control. I'm not going to say I'm super like perfect.
So what would be like an example of how you would practice it?
Okay, so for example, let's just say you are your boyfriend or you're dating someone or something and they don't text you back immediately. And let's say that normally you would freak out and be like, oh my God, he's doing something or whatever. That's a moment that you have to sit there and be like, okay, is there a reason why this person would not respond?
Other than something bad.
Other than something bad. They could be asleep. They could be playing video games. They could be away from their phone. Their phone could be dead. There are so many other things besides that one catastrophic thing that you kind of have to think about it. And then you have to think like, okay, is there anything I did? Typically, no, right? Like, obviously, if you're going to overthink, you're going to be like, well, maybe I did this. But you have to think really logically and just kind of practice that emotional control and be like, okay, it's a possibility maybe, but I have to also think about the hundreds of other possibilities, and I'm just going to give it time, and we'll see what happens. And you give it time, and then he texts you back, and he's like, hey, sorry, I was sleeping. And you're going to be like, duh, I'm an idiot.
That's something I have to work on. It's not necessarily, like, texting, although in new relationships I can be a little like that. But just, like, because I take things so personally, like, especially, like, work and stuff, and I will immediately be like, okay, what's the last thing I said? Was it offensive? And it's like, no. But to me, I'm like, immediately like, well, what if they thought, I meant this and I really didn't? And usually 9 out of 10 times they don't even remember what you said.
Yeah, they're like, we talked yesterday?
Yeah, it's like has nothing to do with you at all.
Yeah.
Like they were just thinking about something else and they were like a little off and they're not even, and I do that. Everyone does that.
Yeah.
But to me, I'm like, what's the last thing I said? Was it offensive? Or did they take it the wrong way? Like.
Yeah, and it's so easy to do that. And one of the things that you can do that's really helpful is kind of distract yourself. Like, I think it's important to kind of take a minute and be like, okay, this is the situation. These are all the endless possibilities. Clearly, one of the possibilities could be this, or it could be the hundreds of other ones.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and take a moment. I'm going to meditate, or I'm going to work out, or I'm going to play with my dog, or I'm going to finish the homework that I've been putting off for like 2 days. And you do it. And then by then you feel a lot calmer about it because you're not overthinking. B, it's probably already resolved itself by then. And C, you were productive. So, and every time you practice it, it gets easier and easier. So it's a long ass process. Like, I'm not anywhere near perfect at all, and I'm still working on it. But I mean, compared to like a year ago, oh my God.
And I think just like a random note, but maybe do something like take a shower or a hot bath, something that you don't necessarily usually take your phone, so you're not compelled to think about it or look at it. Or, I don't know, anything. Read a book.
Go read a book.
Something that you don't have to have, like, your phone in your hand. And the time will go by faster.
Yeah. And kind of going along that is journaling. That was something I definitely did a lot during quarantine as well, is just like journaling twice a day, morning and night. You don't have to be like so strict about it. But it's something that really helped me kind of identify the emotions, identify patterns and things like that. But like now, if I feel any kind of anxiety that I don't think I can like soothe myself in, I can just journal, and typically like writing it out helps me because it's almost like a form of self-therapy.
Yeah. So I've never really tried journaling. It's been something that's been in the back of my mind before, but I always felt like it wouldn't be something I could stick to. Did you find it hard to...
Not really. It just became like, if anything, I felt like so bad if I skipped a day. Not like guilty, but more like, oh God, I probably would feel so much better if I journaled.
No, that makes so much sense because it's almost like, you're almost talking it out, And it probably feels like relief.
It is. It's like you just feel so much better. And it's kind of another good way to like identify your maybe like more underlying emotions.
I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, I think you would actually thrive in it. Next one is super easy and quick and not like a 7-minute long conversation, but it's to wear SPF daily.
Yes, please.
Yay!
There's
love
like
it.
not a single reason for you not to do it.
Yeah.
Like, come up with a reason for you not to do it. Even if you're sitting inside all day, you should still wear it.
Yeah.
I've heard that, like, your phone radiates bad shit into your face. Like, the open window can literally mess you up. Even on your car, like, your one arm, like, by the window. Wear it.
I heard something, and this is not the accurate numbers, but it was something like 5 minutes in the sun, like, just sitting in your car equates to, like, so many years of sun damage.
Yeah, it's bad. And especially, I mean, we live in Florida. I have a friend at work who's originally from the UK, but she's been in Florida for a long time. Obviously, the sun here is a lot more intense. And she went back to see her friends, and she was like, I didn't realize how much the sun has affected me, but I looked at everyone else who was my same age, and they looked so much younger.
I hate that.
It makes a huge difference, so please protect at least your face.
Yeah, and I always say face, neck, chest, and then your hands. So, that's a quick and easy one.
Yeah, it's so easy, so cheap. Please.
Next one I have is exercise. I exercise daily, but like you don't have to be that crazy about it. But exercise is so good, and even if you hate it, you'll feel better after. Even if you're just gonna take a walk around your neighborhood, like yesterday, I was supposed to do cardio, and I'm like, I'm not feeling it. Like I don't want to do it. I'm tired. So then I just walked around my neighborhood, and I just did 3 laps. It ended up being 25 minutes, and I'm like, this was actually really nice.
Yeah,
like,
I think that's a win.
Yeah,
You did something. You moved.
Exactly. So exercise.
Do you have any tips for someone like myself who never exercises, loves the idea of it, but once you start going, I feel like I can't do anything. It's very unmotivating. Do you have any tips?
Yes, I do. Thank you for asking. I have 2 tips. One, I feel like, is to have a goal. Like, so whether, let's say you want to run, gross, sign up for a race like 6 months from now. Or like, you know, even like, okay, when we're out of quarantine, it's summertime, like I want to look super good. And like, obviously it's not good long-term motivation. So if you're looking for long-term motivation, it could be more of like, I want to feel healthy. I want to be able to do this or that. But I feel like, especially if you're just wanting to get that initial motivation to like get hyped about something, I would say like picking an event or a goal. And then the next thing is to like follow a program that you think is fun. Like there's one, her name's Raimi, and I did her program during quarantine, and I ended up stopping afterwards because I got back to the gym and I just like love the gym. But her program was super fun because it was like different. Each day was something different, and there was like boxing, which was super fun, or like HIIT, or there was more of like a mobility one. So you can pick the ones that you like and that you actually enjoy instead of it being like a huge chore.
Yeah, that's how I feel like I love the idea of it. When it actually comes down to it, I was like, I couldn't lay down.
I've heard Melissa Wood Health is really, really good. And hers isn't like a lot of like high intensity, I don't think. I think it's like a mix of like Pilates. I don't know. Don't quote me on this. But like I've heard so many people absolutely love it.
Yeah.
And it's more like low impact. So you could check her out.
Cool, thanks.
Next one I have is stretching. Because I was going to say every night, but like even I couldn't even finish that sentence because I don't do it. But stretching, because it improves like your posture and mobility. I'm trying to stretch like a couple times a week, and I already feel a whole lot better and like looser, and you know.
I've heard that stretching can change your life.
Yeah.
Honestly.
It's really good.
It's like just as important as working out.
Yeah.
Like I was watching this video of this guy, he's super tall and he has some very similar back issues that I do, and he was like, every morning, like I'll lay on the floor before I do anything and stretch for like 20 minutes, and he said it has changed my life.
That sounds so nice.
And
I just want to like move around.
Do I need to do that?
Yes. Matt and I, whenever we run stadiums on Sundays, we always stretch after. We'll take like 15, 20 minutes. And you just feel so much better.
Oh.
It's good.
Okay,
You gotta do it.
I gotta do that.
I would recommend that for exercising. Just to, like, you know, feel good.
Yeah, I need to get loosened up in the back.
You need to loosen up a little bit.
In the back here.
Next one I have is take vitamins and supplements. I highly recommend JS Health. She's an Australian company, I believe. Yeah, I think it's Australian. And they have, like, different things. Like, her hair and energy is really good. There's, like, just different types. But anyway, point is to take your vitamins and supplements daily. I've, like, always struggled with it, but now that I take my antidepressant every night, I kind of have no reason to skip anything else. I take it at night because technically it could make you tired.
Oh, mine is the opposite. Do not take it at night because it can make you...
See, I don't even know if it really makes me tired per se. But it's just easier for me. Like, right before bed, I'll just take my handful of vitamins.
Just throw that antidepressant in there.
Yeah, pop it in, pour it in my mouth, and I go to bed.
Yeah, I've done the same thing. Like, ever since I've had to take my anti-anxiety in the morning.
Look at us. Two cuties with problems.
Yeah, so I've been able to just kind of, like, throw in my iron before. Yeah. Because before I was like, how do I just remember this? No, yeah,
it's hard. But
the anti-anxiety is so important to me now that, like, I would never forget it.
No.
So it makes it a lot easier.
No. Yesterday, I was taking my vitamins. Great. I took my, so I thought, antidepressant. And then this morning I woke up and right by my bedside was all, because I put them all on my little, like, bedside table. And then I just, like, take them. And I'm so used to just, like, grabbing and taking. And I saw just that one most important loathsome pill just staring at me, and I'm like, oh,
it could have been any other one.
Any other one. Fucking biotin, whatever. But it was just like staring at me, and I'm like, am I depressed? No, it's kidding.
That's what I'm afraid is going to happen if I ever. I'm like, now I'm scared. Now I have anxiety about stopping my anxiety.
I need to take 2 pills. No, it's fine. Just don't fuck up. One that I really want to do is massage once per month. I was doing that until I bought a place, and now I'm poor. But that is a godsend. You should definitely do it. Your back will thank you. Your whole body will thank you. That's all I have to say about that one. I think that covers
That's another
it.
thing I definitely need.
That's so good. My back is like, please. And I'm like, no, you bought a house. You're cute, girl.
We're begging you, stop renovating and start massaging.
Like, no. Okay, fine. Okay, this one is, like, probably my favorite one. Cut out toxic people.
The hardest for the best.
It's just the most rewarding.
It's so difficult.
Oh, but it's so fun. I just did something yesterday. I, like, unfollowed a couple people. Oh, it was, like, orgasmic. I'm like, wow, I feel lighter.
Yeah.
I feel thinner. Yeah. I feel like I'm standing taller. Yeah. Like, gross.
3 people? I mean, you lost
30 pounds.
400 pounds.
340. Yeah. You're right. Tons of weight just dropped like that. If you're looking for the new diet, it's called Toxic People Diet.
It seriously will, though, make you feel like you're on vacation.
Yeah. I feel great.
Yeah, it's a really good feeling.
I'm, like, on a high right now from it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I'm, like, feeling so productive. I made a list and everything.
Take it down a notch, Paula.
Sorry, all these toxic people. But, like, this other person who has been toxic for so many years. And I haven't talked to them in a while, and I was feeling so bad about it, and sometimes the guilt's still trying to, like, you know, it comes in.
About not talking to them?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm like, but I'm so happy.
That's all that matters. It's so hard to tell yourself that, but it's easy for me to tell other people that. Like, just
do it.
Do what you want to do, what makes you happy. Yeah.
And mute on Instagram is my best friend.
Ugh.
I mute everyone.
Unfollowing on Facebook.
Oh, that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're still friends. You're not really friends, but they think you're friends.
Yeah, you're friends. Okay, so now we are going into the wealth section, which is a lot shorter, unfortunately, or fortunately, don't know. Number 1 is put money in savings. Super important. I have, like, 4 different savings accounts. I have them for goals. I have them for just savings. I have them for emergency. And it's so easy. You just set it up in automatic deposit or whatever.
That's literally has saved my life.
Yeah.
Ever since I've had it for a long, long time, but, like, I'll do $25 a week or whatever, you don't even know that it's gone.
No.
You never see it.
You never see it.
Like, as soon as my bank drops the money, it takes that out. I don't know it's there, and then I'm like, whoa, when did I get so much money in my savings?
I'm like, whoa. Yeah, super great. I have like a one for rent, and I had it for like a year and a half now, and it's just rent money. So I like take out like $400 from my checkings, and I just like put it in as rent money. Well, now it's gone because I bought a house, but
that's better.
But it's like it was there for whatever I really needed for moving out,
nice.
For whatever, and it was a huge chunk that I didn't even know was missing.
Yeah.
So it was nice.
$400 you didn't notice?
Yeah, well, I did. Let's be real. I noticed it was.
I was like, $25. You're like, $400.
Well, I made a mental note. Like, it wasn't easy. Let's be very clear about that. It was not easy, but I made a mental note and be like, this is rent money. And if I don't pay, then I'm not paying rent. If I don't pay rent, then I'm going to get kicked out of my imaginary home.
No, yeah, that's good, because it's the same, like, I have a car payment I do every month, and I'm like, for other things, I'm like, oh, this sucks, but it's just something like,
you got to do it.
If I don't pay it for a month, they're literally going to take it away.
Pros and cons.
Yeah.
Next one is to save for retirement and just have that dealt with. Very similar to like a savings account. You just open up an account for your retirement. Start planning now. My dad made this like such a big deal about it, and it makes so much sense, because you don't want to, when you're, older, be like, damn, I was fucking around in my 20s buying clothes online, which we still do. Guilty. But now I'm like looking at things that you really need money for, and I don't have it. So make that a priority.
That's something I need to start thinking about. You're looking at me disappointed.
Listen, the thing that shocked me the most, and I'm going to sound like an adult here, so bear with me, I don't want to.
I'm scared.
When I opened my Roth IRA account, I had no idea how many people have not done that.
Can you help me?
Yes, it's so easy.
Oh my God, please.
We need to. Like, it became like, I became my father. Oh God, I became my father.
It's okay, he's successful.
He's fine. But like,
He's fine.
But like, even with my ex, I was like, hey, you need to do this. And he's like, yeah, I'll do it. I'm like, no. Like, what do you mean you're going to do it? Like, you need to. If you think about it, you're going to be in your 60s and you're going to be like, I'm a fucking idiot because I was just fucking around in my 20s. You have to do it.
So does it work the same way, or is it just kind of automatically takes money up? Okay, before
Amber leaves her own home, you're literally, we're going to do it.
I have something for the budget. Can I go get it?
Yeah, please.
Brand new, unused
budgeting book.
Sure,
I made that up.
So you're not gonna be able to see this, but just some stuff you want to achieve financially, and then they want you to put your expenses that you have, how much you budgeted, actual upcoming bills. It just makes a fun way to not get behind, realize what you're spending your money on, how much you actually have. Something I probably actually need to fill out.
Listen, first step is admitting you have a problem.
First step is buying the book.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's really good.
Okay. Yeah, I just got off, it was really cheap. I got off Amazon. Comes with fun
stickers!
I just noticed this. It comes with fun stickers.
She's like, now I'm going to use it.
Now I'll start. They're fun. Look, bills due, paid.
Oh, it's cute.
Little dollar bills.
Payday. Whatever.
Yeah. Very cute. Debt-free.
Debt-free.
Don't know what that's like.
Also, everyone, mental note, do your taxes.
It's time.
If you're looking for a sign, this is it.
Don't forget.
Yeah, so, budgeting, you want to be out there and being a responsible and financially savvy adult, okay? It's cute being a kid and a teen and, fucking around, but it's not cute when it comes to your finances, okay?
Yeah, you're really going to regret it when you have all these, laptop products.
Yeah,
that you can buy on
hypothetically, you get, a laptop bag for a good deal.
A good deal, but also, almost a car payment. But
Small, minor detail. You write that in your book.
yeah. But when then it comes down to like, hey, you know, my computer dies because it's 7 years old. What are you gonna do? So
What
just
are you gonna do?
take that advice.
That's like when everyone keeps telling me, like, you know, once you buy a house, you'll see how expensive it is. And my house is a fucking disaster, as you saw. There's like the weirdest problems in it every single day. I'm like, that's new. Haven't even moved in yet, and it's a problem. And I'm like, got it. I got it. Yeah. Everyone who's saying all these things, it keeps adding up and like accumulating.
And they don't get newer, they just get older. So the problems just accumulate.
So I'm just waiting for that. But we'll be positive.
Sure.
The next one, I'm going to combine these two so we don't take up too much time, but learn something new and read a book. Just do it. It's good for you.
And sometimes it's fun to even just Google like fun facts.
Wow.
It could just be something random and then you're like, wow, I never knew that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
One thing, so like whenever I'm really just exhausted, I downloaded this game called Stop. That's all it is. Stop. And what it is you have different categories, like questions, and you're playing against like a random opponent. And you have to, with whatever letter you randomly draw, so like it's the letter G, you have to answer like 5 or 6 questions. It's, what's that game? It's the board game you have.
It's the exact thing?
Yeah. It's basically the exact thing. But so you have to like play against opponents, and there's a certain amount of time. And so let's say it's my turn choosing a letter or like randomly drawing a letter. I go and I fill things out, and we have like 60 seconds to do it. But let's say I finish in 20 seconds. That person has 20 seconds to fill it out, but they don't know how much time they actually have. So it's like really quick, and like it's my kind of way of having fun and like just...
It's also like mental exercise.
But that's what I was going to say. Like, even though I'm kind of like just fucking around, it's also a way to like kind of stay on it and, you know, whatever. And I have to learn Spanish. I'm trying to relearn Spanish, but I haven't had time. But that's next on my list.
Okay.
Is to like...
It seems like a giant task, but you're not starting from like scratch.
I'm not starting from scratch.
So
anyway. Okay, next category is relationships. So this can be anything from like dating, family, friends, all that kind of stuff. First thing I have is to find a balance. I think that's really important. I know like it's really easy, and you totally could understand this too, but like it's really easy to get sucked into like the day-to-day things and schoolwork and work and all the hours, and you're tired. But you also have to find a balance to like give time to your friends and your boyfriend and things like that.
It's also really important to find people that understand sometimes you can't find the time.
Yes.
Because there's just some days, even if you have the time, that you just don't have the energy.
No.
Or you don't want to give that time to someone else. You need it for yourself, which isn't just as important or more important, you know? And that's one thing I really enjoy about our friendship is like, we don't have to talk every day. If you don't respond to me for a day, that's okay.
Thank God, because I am horrible at it.
I mean, it's just one of those things. Like, we both need time for ourselves, and like, that's okay. You don't have to respond to someone right away.
There's like a podcaster who always says it's like a battery, and when you're on low, you just can't give the rest of yourself to other people.
It doesn't even make any sense. If you say it like that, it doesn't even make any sense. Like, why would you put yourself on completely empty for someone else?
When you need to recharge to give the best version of yourself to work and other people. And you know.
I have a problem with feeling like I need to respond immediately, and it does get exhausting. I've been better about it. But if it's not like an emergency, which it's usually not, especially if it's a text message... Even a phone call, they can leave a message. If it's really important, they'll call you again. If you need a second, put your phone down, go take a shower. Don't bring your phone in there. They'll at least give you 15 minutes. I mean, you don't have to be constantly at everyone's beck and call.
My phone is constantly on Do Not Disturb. Constantly. Like, I probably won't even see your message and then be like, I already responded in my head. That's enough that I can give, and that's it.
I just recently started doing that.
Oh.
And it is so nice. I don't have it on do not disturb during the day, because a lot of times, like,
if you're on call and stuff
yeah,
too.
my job just randomly wants to call me all the time. But if I'm not on call during the nighttime, I will put on do not disturb at a certain time, and it is so nice. And it's not necessarily that I get a ton of text messages or anything, but any kind of notification, like, it can wait until the morning. I'm in a lot of, like, school group meetings, and they're, like, constantly talking about stupid bullshit that's, like, doesn't even have to do with the classes, and I'm like,
stop it.
at all hours of the night. I'm like, go to sleep. This is why you're having a problem in this class. Like, go to sleep. But just stuff like that. That's the best advice. Put your phone on do not disturb at, like, 7 o'clock. No one needs anything from you after that.
No.
Just forget it.
Yeah.
You can be on your phone. Just put on airplane mode or something.
Oh, yeah, I do that every once in a while. It's so good. But, like, I feel like with me, it's the opposite. Like, I feel like in the last year, I've been really good at being like, no, I'm not going to do that right now, and I'm just not going to see your message. And now I'm kind of getting to the point where, like, it's not cute anymore. Like, I'm horrible at responding to people. So even yesterday, I texted one of my friends, and I was like, hi. And he was like, hey, what do you need? And I'm like, I really am trying to just be a good friend. And he's like, wow, that's actually really cool. I'm like,
a little change of pace there.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. And, like, that's something that I know I need to work on, is to, like, find a better balance where I stay in contact with people who I'm friends with.
I have a problem reaching out.
Yeah, reaching out. That's exactly
I have a problem with being the one to reach out. It's just another one of those things that sometimes I'm just like, I can't do it.
Yeah, I haven't responded to his third text yet, and it's been a day, and I need to, and it's on my mind. It's on my to-do list.
So you could.
I didn't notice that. That is bad.
It's pretty bad.
It's bad. Fuck. Okay.
Another good thing, I think, maybe set aside a time of the day.
That's true.
You're like, 12 to 12:30.
I'm going to text people back.
I'm going to text people back. You can have 2 of those time slots, one in the morning, one at night.
That's a great idea.
And you can even set an alarm on your phone, and you can take your phone off of the do not disturb and be like, okay, I'm going to go through all my emails. I'm going to respond to these text messages. I think that sounds helpful.
I'm going to be a good-ass friend after this.
Twice a day.
Twice a day. Hopefully. Hold on, my boss just texted me.
That's important.
That's the only text that I will respond to. Okay, so kind of text people. Whoops, that was in the wrong. Okay. Anyway, next one is to go on dates, and this applies for everyone. So go on dates with your boyfriend, go on dates with yourself, go on dates with randoms, whatever it is, go on dates. You need it. It's good.
Yeah.
You
I don't even realize I need it until, like, if we go out somewhere, I'm
it's
like,
fun.
Oh, it's so much fun.
Yeah.
And I didn't even realize I needed that.
Yeah.
Just some time, an excuse to put on something decent.
Look cute, feel good.
Eat some good food.
Yeah.
And like, then you have an end time, and you get to go home.
And then you go home, you take all that shit off, and you go to sleep. And it's the best day ever. So yeah, go on dates, prioritize it. I know there are some people who, like, at first, in the very beginning, I'm like, why would you want to schedule date nights? But I totally get it. Like, Tuesday date night, yeah, that's something to look forward to every week.
Yeah, no, I totally get that too.
So there we go. Okay, we are on the last category. Bear with me. I know I've talked a lot. So we are in the self category, probably the most important one. Okay, so this is just like random quick to-dos and like reminders, but there's also some kind of important ones. So first one is a weekly facial. Clear out those pores. It's disgusting in there,
We should have, if you guys are interested, maybe what we do. Yeah. Because we probably do totally different things. I just changed mine up recently, so I'm just trying some new stuff out. But I think that would be fun. Just to compare and contrast.
Yeah, I do want to like pick up some new tips because I'm getting tired of mine. I need to freshen up my routine. That's
why I just went and purchased some new stuff. Not that, because I've been definitely doing like hiring stuff. And I just kind of was like, is this working or not? I can't tell.
Yeah, no, same. Like, I look just as old.
I can't tell. Like, is it working great or not working at all? Like, I don't know. So I just changed it up to see if I can find any differences. But we'll go over that later.
Stay tuned. Similar to that, hair mask weekly.
Why do you start doing that?
I've been pretty good at good with it recently.
Have you noticed a difference?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no. So here's to hoping. But that's one thing I noticed when I was writing this down. I'm like, that's weird. I've been doing that for a while. And, but I've also, during the same amount of time, have been like putting more heat products in my hair. So I feel like it's canceling each other out. So like today, for example, I only curled like some parts of my hair to like give it a little bit of a break. So I'm going to try to work on that too.
I honestly feel like, we talk about this, like, I don't do much to my hair, but I do have very oily hair. I feel like that's the secret.
It probably is. And my hair is naturally drier. So.
Yeah, mine is.
So I can dip my hair in coconut oil and nothing happens.
And I think hers looks better.
No, see, I think yours looks better.
I think yours looks better. And I feel like it's less maintenance. And mine is an oil slick. But I do bleach it all the time and I haven't found it.
Yeah, see? Anytime I put any lightening in my hair at all, it's like, my hairdresser's always like, so just so you know, you have to baby your hair. Because she's upset.
She's crying.
She's like, wow, you hate me. And I'm like, yeah. I hate us.
Yeah. This is what this is.
This is all. Next one, get your nails done. It's amazing. Unfortunately.
I never do it, but it does make you feel great.
It makes you feel so good.
A different person. A whole different vibe.
I used to do it myself every week. I was like religious. Every Sunday, do your nails. That was it. And then my friend Michelle was like, come get your nails done with me. And I'm like, I never do that, but I'll go once. And I knew that once I went, I'd never go back. And I tried painting my own nails the other day, and she even saw it, and she's like, that's horrifying. I've never seen anything so ugly. I like took it off twice.
You did a good job.
Me too. I lost like my Spanish. It's all gone. I have to relearn everything. So, but it also feels so good to get pampered, and I always go with like Michelle or my other friend Joanna, and like it's like a thing.
It's just a treat.
Yeah. And they last a long time.
Yeah, the place that you go to, I've heard, is really good. So.
Yeah. If you're in Gainesville, go to Enzo. Or don't, so that I can get more appointments available. Next one is teeth whitening. It's one of my faves. It's just, it makes you feel good.
I hate doing it, but I love the result.
Yeah.
Like, while I'm doing it, I'm like, oh my god. Like,
what if I want to drink water, though? I always get so thirsty as soon as I start.
Hungry, thirsty. Yeah. I just have the immediate urge to talk.
Yeah.
And I'm just like having a lisp the whole time.
Yeah, it's disgusting. It's so horrible.
But I will say, don't ever do it, because I did that in high school. Those crest white strips, they're like 30 minutes. I would sleep with them on.
Did you get shocks in your teeth?
Oh, yeah. It was one of the most painful, like the next 2 days. And my enamel is ruined, so don't do that.
Didn't think about that part.
Just follow the directions. I was just trying to...
But look how good they look, though.
Don't do this, but when you wake up from sleeping with them on, holy crap.
You're making me want to do it.
Don't do it. It hurts.
My dentist is
so
like, no.
bad. And my teeth, because of that, my teeth, like, they will never be so white again because the enamel was messed up, so don't do that. But, like, holy crap, I would wake up and not even recognize myself.
Like, how much do I care about my enamel?
You can't eat, drink, or anything for 2 days.
Yeah, it's bad.
You can't sleep. It hurts so bad. But I was a crazy 15-year-old that just wanted, I got my braces off, and I'm like, I want white teeth. It did work, but don't do it. You'll regret it when you're 20.
Still thinking about it. Just
Don't
kidding,
do
I won't. Okay, the next one is scents. And with that, I mean, like, finding your signature scent. One thing, so I haven't quite figured out my signature one. I'm not vibing with what I have.
Can I show you something I found yesterday at Walmart?
Absolutely. Walmart.
But I've been really into, like, clean.
Like linen.
Yeah, so this is coconut, citrus, and amber. Which I have several amber stuff.
You do, yeah.
But I really like it. It's just, I lit it yesterday for the first time, and it's not one of those cheap candles that you don't smell.
It smelled
up I want to do this now. It really worked.
It's beautiful, actually.
It is beautiful. It comes with the top too. Now for Walmart, I thought it was like $10, but for how much it smells, because I was just expecting when you light it, and I was like, I'm not even gonna be able to smell it. It smelled up the whole room.
I can't stop.
It's nice, right?
It's like coconut meets linen.
Mm-hmm. One of my 2 favorite things. I love coconut. It just smells clean, fresh. Walmart.
Sponsor us.
That's their new slogan. Slogan and logo together.
What is it? New fresh.
I don't know what I said. Just move on.
So they will not be sponsoring us anymore.
Blue Lab.
But like, yeah, and like perfumes and stuff like that. Like I just haven't found the one I vibe with.
I found a perfume that the animals at work are obsessed with. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
It's just not what I expected to come out of your mouth.
And by the way, I'm around these animals every day. They don't really care.
You're not like a new, like you're not like fresh meat.
No, and like they usually just, hey, how you doing? Move along. But this horse, while I was cleaning his stall, just hung on to me like this the whole time. He just followed me around like this. Is that not the cutest thing you've ever seen?
You didn't take him home?
He's the sweet. God, he's so pretty. I wish I could.
What's his name?
Deuce.
It's mean. Dude.
Isn't that cute? They were obsessed with me.
Okay, send me your perfume because I need that. I want horses to come to me.
It is a really good smelling.
Oh, see, I want that reaction.
Everywhere you go, it's like,
hey, we're gonna hang out with you. I'm like, yes.
Do you want your face licked by a gift?
Absolutely.
And
every day of my
what
life.
you need.
Sold. And like something else that I've been doing recently is like putting coconut essential oils on my brush and brushing my hair. I don't know if that's a good idea for you since you have oily hair. Unless you do it on the ends, maybe.
Even that, I can't handle hardly any product.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Well, it's been really good for me because A, my hair's dry AF.
That's a great idea.
And it smells like just a coconut smoothie.
What more could you want?
I am a pina colada in a cup, okay?
Okay.
I don't know where that came from. Honestly, these other two are stupid, but I'll say them anyway. Next one is to bathe. Like, not bathe.
But you should you should do that.
Well, the next word I was going to say is weekly.
At least.
And it's funny because I wrote that down and I was like, don't say bathe. Like, do not say bathe. And
you
of
course, like, take a bath, right?
I meant take like a luxurious bath is what I was gonna say.
You should also be bathing.
You should be bathing like twice a day. I knew this was gonna happen. I was like, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it.
One good thing that I'll just add to that.
Please. I'm tired of myself.
I have found like there's nothing better. Like, okay, bath is great, but if you like clean the bath area, like candles. Actually clean candles, yes. Maybe a little mood lighting. I'll usually, it depends on the person. You can listen to music. I like to watch YouTube videos. Mm-hmm. Have a little pillow.
I need to get a pillow.
I still owe you a pillow. I owe you a pillow.
It's on our channel. I
know. From the very beginning, I have owed you a pillow.
Like and comment on this video if you think Amber owes me a pillow.
If I get...
we get 50 subscribers, she's going to buy me a pillow. I'm going to make fake accounts. This is amazing. Buy her a pillow.
You need one.
No.
All right, I'm going to buy you.
Well, let's get 50 subscribers.
Okay. Help me buy Paula.
Help me. Have a good bath and bathe weekly.
It will change your life.
Yeah, no, but that's, you know what I mean? Like, have a setup. Sometimes a glass of wine, sometimes YouTube videos, sometimes just music and a book.
Scene.
Whatever you need at that time.
Also, if you have a book or a phone, make sure you have a little hand towel.
You know what? That's so true.
Yeah, because, you get your hand wet and then you're like, what am I supposed to do with this?
What the fuck am I going to do?
Yeah.
Like, my whole plan was to read and now I have to, like...
Yeah. So don't have yourself in that situation.
Don't be a simple human like me. The next one I have is to laminate your brows. This is like a super like...
You owe me that.
I do. Oh my god, I have the kit. We should do it on the pod. Because I really need to. I've been
I will
slacking.
come with a pillow. You come with some lamination tools.
Done. And it'll be funny because it's like several steps, and I always have to Google how to do it. But it turns out great.
I was gonna say, please. I don't have a lot to work with, so.
No, it's so good. It like looks all like just fuller and up.
Can we tint our brows? I need mine tinted.
Yeah.
I would trust you if you are okay.
I've been wanting to do it. I've just never trusted myself enough.
I feel like, I mean, I would be scared because mine are so light. But I feel like we just got like a really light blonde.
Because what you're supposed to do is get like beard dye.
Yeah.
I think we can find a good tone for you.
Okay. Because I just want, because if
Yeah,
I
I
have
would
no
love
makeup
that.
on,
But just
the brows are gone.
That's
but
a good idea. We
when
should
I
have a
have-
brow episode.
Okay. We're gonna Are you good at like plucking?
Yeah.
All right.
Like
I'll
and
save.
subscribe if you want us to fuck our brows up on the channel. The last one I have is just like to sum it all up. And it's out with the old and with the new.
Oh, that's a great one.
Clothes, people, whatever, relationships.
Yeah, I just filled a garbage bag full of clothes that I'm gonna take to Goodwill.
Don't. Well, not what I meant. What I meant to say is I just toured the Child Advocacy Center here in Gainesville.
I don't even know, where is that?
Right? Okay, so it's downtown. It's like on the northeast side of town. And we donated money to sponsor like this donation race that they're having. And we got to like tour their facility, and it's amazing. So basically what they do is they advocate for children who are abused, you know, like domestically or sexually, people in like human trafficking. And I will go into all the things that maybe I'll even write a little summary about them. But one of the cool things is they're accepting donations of like books, snacks, juice, clothes, and something that the woman Jessica told us when we were doing the tour is that girls, especially the ones who are like human trafficked, whenever they get clothes like donated to them, they don't really feel good or confident because let's say like, you know, a 9-year-old obviously is more advanced than your typical 9-year-old, and they're given clothes that don't fit them anymore, like emotionally and stuff. Mm-hmm. And so they don't feel good, and like their whole thing is to help these kids have like higher self-esteem or any self-esteem at all. So I was telling my friend Michelle, and I'm definitely wanting to tell all my friends to like donate your clothes to them so that they have trendy, cute clothes, and you know it's
cute
going
clothes
somewhere.
and their child size. So.
Yeah. I'm a child, so it's great.
Yeah, I will definitely do that. I have a garbage bag full of just stuff that I'm like, don't wear, but some of it has tags on it too, so.
That's what I want to do too. So yeah, I definitely want to like maybe even organize like a little drive or something.
Yeah,
for
we
them.
can go together.
Yeah, so, you know, Goodwill's great. Not saying anything against Goodwill, but just like learning about all the stuff they do, and they even move locations to serve more kids. And like I think it's a great opportunity to help the girls out there. And
let's pick a day.
Yeah.
And go.
Yeah, I think that'd be great.
Get some bags together.
Yeah. So, you know, I still love you, Goodwill, and I still highly recommend you donating stuff there too. Sure. So, I think we can finish off this episode unless you have other things to add. Mm-hmm. With things that we want to work on.
Okay.
Going into the next couple months. I have some highlighted.
Okay. Let's hear yours.
Okay. First one is to stretch more. Like maybe 3 times a week. I definitely do like at least once. I've been trying to like flirt with the idea of stretching twice a week, but I want to like get to 3 times a week. I want to actually start relearning my Spanish. Do a better job with like finding a balance. I love your idea of having like 2 times a day to like actually respond to people and not be the worst human. And then to just find my signature scent, whatever that is. That's what I'm working on.
I think my first one, I'm going to work on this budget planner.
Yeah.
It's hard for me because I don't get paid the same ever.
That's true.
But I could just probably take the lowest amount and go from there.
Yeah.
But I really, especially lately with just not having, I don't go out much, and it is a way that I deal with my anxiety is by purchasing things, and it makes me feel good.
Me too.
And it's kind of recently gotten a little out of control. So, my number 1 is to get my budget under control. Number 2, I really want to start learning how to do yoga.
Oh, that's great. I love that.
I think that will incorporate stretching,
strength,
and just relaxation, hopefully.
That's great, yeah.
Do you know how to do yoga?
I mean, done yoga.
Do you want to learn yoga?
Yeah, I would love
Should
that.
we have a yoga night?
We should have a yoga night.
Yoga taco night?
Now we're talking.
Reward ourselves.
Like, whoa. Let's do it right now. Like,
I want to try to put more time into reading. Ever since I did a lot during spring or winter break, but I just, there's no reason why I can't. When I get in bed, I just go right on my phone. There's no reason why I can't take even 10 minutes to just get some reading done.
Read a chapter and then.
Yeah, even if it's half a chapter.
Yeah.
Even though that kind of bothers me a little bit.
Yeah, same.
But whatever I can get, because otherwise I'll have to start the book over and that will crush my soul. So I'd like to start doing that a little bit more. I need to take more baths. Just take the time.
Like bathe or.
I bathe a lot because I get disgusting at my job.
Oh yeah.
So I bathe.
And it's just hot. Like, I'm thinking about showering right now.
I was sweating this morning at 8 a.m.
Oh, me too.
Yeah,
it's horrifying.
Yeah. So yeah, I do bathe a lot. But actually taking a bath, just taking the time to kind of just take some time.
Mm-hmm.
It's important. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
I
great.
think those are my top things.
Love that. Look at us. So, comment below like 3 things that you want to work on these next couple months, and what you're looking forward to the most when things open back up and quarantine is over.
Yeah, so we'll just be doing some browse, maybe.
Yeah, we'll be browsing it up and
browse.
yogaing it up as well.
Yeah.
With tacos. So, quick reminder, like, subscribe, comment, do all the things. We got a lot of really good engagement in our last video, which was nice. So keep doing it and share with your friends. Yeah. And I think that's it.
Yeah.
Let's glow the fuck up. Bye, guys.
Bye.